One significant aspect I really do want to talk about is this retrograde on May 2nd. It's starting its retrograde in Aquarius, but it's going to go back into Capricorn from September to mid-November, and then it's going to return to Aquarius for 20 years. Pluto is the planet of transformation, of power, of destruction, and also of renewal. Pluto intensifies anything that it touches. We're going to continue to see power struggles on the world stage as we have been. We see people struggling to get power, to assert their power, while others are kind of learning to exercise their newfound power. Pluto also offers us opportunities for growth, for rebirth, and both growing pains and birth in the human experience tend to be painful, but the result is usually desired and great. So this means that Pluto is going to make some rough but necessary changes in our lives over the next 5 months. These shifts are not normally easy, but they often make sense when we look back on them. Pluto will be ending its retrograde in Capricorn right around the time of election season in the US. And even if you're not in the US, we all know that whatever happens politically in the United States definitely affects the rest of the world. We also know that once Pluto returns into Aquarius, it's going to be there for another 2 decades, which means there is going to be some sort of correlation between what happens in November and how our life plays out for the next 20 years. I don't want you to worry about Pluto retrograde at all. It retrogrades every year, 5 to 6 months every year. And most of us are not suffering and struggling greatly for half the year every year. It just is really a time of transformation, of changes. And if there's one constant in the human experience, it is change. And so we must learn how to embrace it or to surrender to it if we don't want to live in constant resistance and suffering. And it's so much easier to be aware of it as it happens and to kind of give meaning to the transformation, right? So when Pluto is retrograde, the influence that it has on transformation and power and deep psychological processes really turns inwards into our inner world. So this is a time for deep reflection, for internal transformation. You may have already started feeling its effects this week. Maybe something has triggered you, come up to the front of your consciousness, and it's telling you this is what you're going to deal with for the next 5 months. It's time to process this. It's time to integrate this. It's time to heal this. It's time to let this part of you die, really, and to mourn it and to let it go. So we're going to reassess your personal power, your hidden fears, and what might be subconsciously motivating you. And now I want to give you some journaling prompts that you can work with over the next 5 months with Pluto retrograde to kind of check in with what's happening. So number 1 is, what triggers or fears have come up for you recently? Number 2, how did you react and how would you have liked to react? Number 3, why do you think you reacted in that way? Keep asking yourself why until you get to the root cause. Number 4, when do you feel powerful and in control? Number 5, where do you feel you have the least control? Number 6, where can you let go of needing control? Number 7, what changes can you make to increase your sense of empowerment in these areas? And number 8, write about something you're currently struggling to let go of. What makes it difficult to release, and how might letting go change your life? That will be down in the description below for you. That's it for me today, my loves. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Turn your post notifications on, leave a thumbs up and a comment. I can't tell you how much it helps the channel, as I have not been worshiping the algorithm gods because I only believe in the eternal in all that is. And so to bypass that, we need lots of engagement. So thank you. Always keep your vibrations way, way, way up. Bye.